Caitlin Clark did not hold back in her NBA on NBC debut, and what we just witnessed might be the beginning of a broadcasting era we talk about for years. From the very first segment, you could feel it. This wasn't just another pregame show. The cameras pan in, the iconic NBA on NBC theme hits, and there she is, Caitlin Clark, calm, confident, and already looking like she's been doing this for a decade, not a night. But what made this debut so special wasn't just the name, or the hype, or the bright lights. It was the way she completely changed the energy of the broadcast right away. Caitlin set the tone. No cliche lines, no generic keys to the game that we've heard 1,000 times. She broke down matchups like a star who has actually been hunted on defense, trapped at half court, and forced to make split-second reads. She talked about pace, spacing, and how modern offenses try to manipulate help defenders, and she did it in a way that even casual fans could follow without ever feeling talked down to. That balance, smart but simple, is what turned this from a debut into a statement, and here's where things really got interesting. Instead of playing it safe, Caitlin actually called out what she saw. When a team settled for too many early shot clock threes, she said it. When a star player wasn't getting back on defense, she pointed it out. There was no fear, no hesitation, and no sense that she was trying to protect anyone's ego. She spoke like someone who has already earned respect on the court and now expects the same standard from everyone else. One of the standout moments came during a timeout breakdown. Most analysts just circle a screen or highlight a made basket. Caitlin went a level deeper. She showed how the offense was using a decoy action on one side of the floor to pull the weak side defender a half, step out of position, opening a driving lane on the opposite wing. She didn't just say, "Great drive." She explained exactly why that drive was even possible. That's the kind of insight that keeps viewers locked in, play after play. But it wasn't all X's and O's. Caitlin also brought something that can't be taught: presence. Every time the camera cut back to the desk, you could feel yourself waiting for what she was going to say. Not just the highlight they were about to show. She mixed sharp analysis with small, personal details, talking about how it feels to be guarded full court, how shooters read closeouts, how confidence changes a player's body language. Those little touches made the broadcast feel less like a show, and more like you were sitting courtside with an all-star who's letting you in on the secrets of the game. And then came the moment that had social media exploding. Late in the segment, after a controversial no call on a drive to the rim, the panel hesitated, but Caitlin didn't. She calmly broke down the play frame by frame and said exactly what a lot of players were thinking. If the league wants to protect stars when they shoot threes, it has to be just as consistent when they attack the basket. No sugarcoating, no fence, sitting, just honest, fearless commentary. Clips of that segment were reposted everywhere within minutes. By the time the show wrapped, something was very clear. This wasn't a one-off experiment. This felt like the start of a new chapter for NBA on NBC. A chapter where former and current players who actually live the modern game help fans understand it in real time. A chapter where analysts don't hold back their opinions just to keep everyone happy. So here's the big question. If Caitlin Clark can bring this much fire, detail, and authenticity to her very first NBA on NBC appearance, what is this show going to look like by the end of the season? Because if tonight was any indication, we might be watching the rise of the next great voice in basketball media. And years from now, people will look back and say, that debut, that's where it all started. Stay tuned, because if Caitlin keeps this up, NBA on NBC won't just be must-see TV for the games. It'll be must-see TV for every word she says in between them.